I think this is what you would call a midlife crisis. I have menopause. This is not good. Good morning, folks. Welcome to my office. I say good morning because it's 4:30 in the morning, but I have not slept tonight. I have not slept because I have been suffering from a terrible case of insomnia on and off for, I don't know, for months, for a long time. Today is January 1st, 2025, and I keep wanting to do a vlog, but I don't know, there's something about posting these videos on YouTube that just does not align fundamentally in some way with me. And it's funny because I used to blog fairly publicly, but I guess I've changed over the years where I still like the thought and how it feels to air my dirty laundry. Pun not really intended. And I don't know what it is, man. It's like, it's what I want to do, but then it's not. And on and off, I've been making videos that I never post. And I don't know, but this is one of those things that keeps rattling around in my head and I can't just put it to bed. And I would like very much to put it to bed. Kind of like how getting a tattoo was something that I could not put to bed until I finally got one. And now I don't spend all my time thinking about it because it's done, right? I may get more actually, but there's just something about certain things in your life that you've always wanted to do. I think this is what you would call a midlife crisis. I never really did understand what that is. Or, you know, even in definition terms, what the hell is that? Like you go into crisis mode just because you've reached a certain age. I understand that it can be a different age for everybody, but I never did understand what the hell is the crisis? Like, what are you in crisis about? I mean, how is your life any different this year than it was last year? And how come you suddenly in crisis mode? Right? Well, I think I kind of understand it now. I understand it because I could look at myself, my own life, and if I were someone else, I could point at that person and say, yeah, maybe she's going through a midlife crisis. I don't feel like crisis is the right word. It is just simply the realization that there are more years behind you than there are in front. And if you have a bucket list, or maybe not, you don't want to call it a bucket list, but just a list of things that you wish you could do, or a list of things that you want to someday do, you realize that now's the time. Because if you wait another 15, 20 years, forget it. You're going to be friggin' lame, you know, unable to walk. Who knows what kind of health issues you might have in the future. And so if you're going to follow through with any of these things, then it better be now, right? And I could understand that train of thought. Most definitely I can understand that now. Although I would not say that I'm in crisis mode, because that kind of makes it sound like, you know, you need a padded room or something. But anyway, I guess vlogging is not, I don't consider it something that has anything to do with midlife crisis. It's just something I've always thought about doing, but just never did. Have I always thought about doing it? I don't know, I wouldn't say always, but maybe in the last couple of years. I have posted videos for a long time, very sporadically, but never with the thoughts of becoming regular or making money off of it or anything like that. So I figure now it's time to me just do it and see where it goes. I mean, maybe I'll decide that I hate it and finally I can put it to bed and move on to other things. So this would not be my first video, but I think it's the first in a series of let's finally freaking just do it. And since it's the first of the year, Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope 2025 is as good as it can be for you. I hope it's as good as it can be for me. And I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not trying to change anybody's life with this. This is basically just me rambling on about myself. Honestly, that's all it is. And it'll be boring as hell and it won't get any views. I'm positive of that. I have two very high priority things that I need to work on. First of all, finding new employment. I have been unemployed since October 17th. I did get a severance, so the severance kind of will tide me over for 2 more weeks. After that, I'll be having to live on saved money. How has my job search been going? It hasn't. I did have 3 leads. None of them have come through for me. Am I applying to jobs? No, I have not been. This is not good. Fully aware that it's not good for somebody who, I don't have piles of money. Why haven't I been applying? First of all, I hadn't been applying. The first reason is because I thought that one of these 3 would come through, which is a terrible idea not to, because you never know unless you've gotten an offer, unless you shouldn't just stop searching for a job until you finally got one in the bag, right? I knew that but I kind of had this gut feeling that I'd be fine. So I went with my gut. Bad idea. So there's that. I have to find a job. The second thing that I need to take care of, which I can actually do something about now and have been trying to, is to deal with my insomnia. I am dealing with the worst insomnia, which has slowly been getting worse. And now in retrospect, I can look back on the last, 5 years and go, yeah, this is where my sleep pattern was headed. But I never really realized that I didn't realize that it had anything to do with any physiological changes in me. I just thought, I've always been a night owl. And I'm getting older, and so my night owlness is just changing. Going from staying up till 2, 3 a.m. every day to staying up till 3, 4 a.m. every day. Getting just enough sleep where I can function to a certain degree, get my job done at work, and that had always been sufficient. And then, things happen. You get older, and with every woman, if you live long enough, you will eventually go through something called menopause. Oh my God. It did not hit me that my sleep was a byproduct of menopause until fairly recently, I would say in the last 2 years. And it only hit me because I went to see a new gynecologist, met her, she's great. And then she said, I'm looking at your age and yeah, you're beginning to lose your period. You're going through menopause. Have you thought about hormone replacement therapy? I asked her a couple questions. I'm like, okay, well, thanks, I'll keep it in mind. And then I went home. Went on with my life. Did not get on hormone replacement therapy at all. But, I went down a couple of rabbit holes on YouTube like I usually do. And one of the rabbit holes hasn't been recently, but was to watch a few videos about menopause. And, I read stuff on Reddit as well about menopause. And when I went 3 days without sleep, after the third day, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, could it be? So I looked it up. I Googled, can menopause cause insomnia? Yes. I'm like, oh, Jesus, I've got to do something. I mean, I can't continue. I'm going to get fired from my job if I continue not being able to sleep at night, falling asleep in the morning, staying asleep until the afternoon, not getting anything done at work. And I work remotely, so I could get away. And my boss was very laid back. My coworkers were very laid back. And so this went on for a while. And well, after the third day, where it was really, really, really bad, I messaged my OBGYN and said, you know what? Maybe I should go on HRT. I can't sleep. I haven't slept in 3 days. Within a couple of hours, she put my prescription through and I was able to go pick it up. It was a very low dose, but immediately, I would say within a couple of days, I was able to notice a difference. I was no longer up all night until 7 a.m. I was able to go to sleep around 4 again. Still, that does not sound good, right? Still going to bed around 4. That's still not good. And then I have to get up at 7 to take my son to school. And then I come home, and when I should be getting started to work, I would just conk out. Still not good. Yet I stayed on the HRT at the current dosage. And then when I finally lost my job, and my boss swears it has nothing to do with my performance. Look, my company let go of dozens, hundreds of people. And I was just swept up. I appreciate him saying that my performance had nothing to do with it. But if I had to pick somebody to let go, it would have been me as well. Okay, but that's how dissatisfied I was with my own performance. He never said so to me, but I was unhappy with my freaking performance. So what can I say? I feel like although I'm looking for a new job now, I have to fix this problem. And I am already on hormone replacement. I'm going to go see my doctor again next month. It is now January. My appointment with her is February. But here's the thing. I lost my job and now my health insurance checks out in 2 weeks. What does that mean? I don't even know, because I've been with my head in the sand, not looking at my resume, which has been rewritten, not taking advantage of a service that has been provided to me for 6 full months, which means that I have 3 more months left. And I'm not sure. I think I have to go on Cobra, something like that. I'll figure it out. Either way, I have to, make sure that I'm able to stay on this medication. And when I see my OBGYN in February, I'm going to see if she thinks that I need a higher dosage. I am on the lowest dosage imaginable. I still cannot sleep. It's probably close to 5 a.m. I'm not going to be going to sleep in the next 2 hours, not 3 hours. I don't know how many hours, but I'm not going to sleep. I'm wide awake. It's as though when the sun goes down, it's time to wake up. And as soon as the sun goes up, I start feeling really tired. That's my circadian rhythm has been completely flipped for, I would say, the last 3 months. Completely flipped. And it has been really difficult to get it back. It got worse in the last 3 months because I went a period of time without HRT. Why? Even though I had it available, it was there. That's a story for, I don't know. There's no good reason. No good reason. There is a reason, but I didn't have to go without it, but I did. And why? I'll just say these 4 little letters, ADHD. I have ADHD. People who don't have ADHD are just going to probably roll their freaking eyes. You know what? I roll my eyes when people on YouTube start claiming that they have ADHD and that it affects their life this way, that way. I'm tired of hearing it. I really am tired of hearing it. But ADHD can really explain a lot. And ADHD is why I didn't take my HRT. ADHD is the reason why I have my head in the sand right now. That and, I don't know, fear of failure, depression, put a label on it. Whatever label you want. It doesn't matter. It still is what it is, right? So, yeah, I roll my eyes when I hear people on I'm scrolling through YouTube. I watch a ton of YouTube. A lot. And as I scroll by, if I see those 4 letters in the title or description of a video, I pass it by. I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. And I'm also sick and tired of living it, too. So, I need to figure out sleep by whatever means necessary. I do have menopause, or I shouldn't say it like that because it sounds like it's a disease. I have menopause. I still say I have cancer or something like that. No. I am post-menopausal. I have not had a period. And I will contradict myself in a second. But I have not had a period since, probably 2021. We are now in 2024, right? When I took that little gap from HRT, for whatever the reason is, I stopped using it for maybe a month. And I've been back on it now for a couple of weeks. I don't know what else to call it. I'm going to call it a period. I've been on my period. I've had my period now for the last, 4 days? I don't know what else to call it. Google says that it's impossible for you to have a period after you go into menopause. So, I mean, I don't know. Postmenopausal bleeding. Let's call it that. Maybe I never ovulated. I don't know if I did or didn't. I don't know. All I know is as soon as I slapped the patch on and took those estrogen pills and started taking them again, everything became swollen and started hurting. I'm talking about my boobs, yo. And a week or 2 later, full-blown, I gotta slap the pads back on, and it's been a hellish period, just like all the periods had been after I had my son. And he's 10 years old. After he was born, my periods went from normal to holy shit. Don't leave your house because you may leave a trail of blood from your house to the car or something. It was bad. This is my dog. He wants to say hello. Say hello. He's looking at me because he wants something. Sit. Boomy, sit. Good boy. All right, down. Down. Good boy. Where was I? So yeah, I'm having a period now. My first period in 4 years. It's a good thing I have an appointment with my OBGYN because I'm going to tell her about this. And then she's probably going to be, well, let's get you checked out. Do the usual shit that they do, right? Take a look. Pap smear, blood, maybe even increase my HRT. That would be nice if it means I get to sleep better. Now, there's nothing I can do about my dosage of estrogen and progesterone until I see her again. But what else can I do to try to fix this sleep thing? The only thing I can do, which I have been doing, is that if I am up all night, I try damn hard to stay up all day. Because there's no way I'm going to sleep that night if I slept all day. Well, this happened yesterday. I slept I got on the couch early in the morning, fell asleep like a freaking log because I didn't hear anything. Usually I hear things when they happen around me when I'm sleeping, but no. Slept most of the day, was up all night again last night. Thankfully today I was up majority of the day. I think I had a little bit of a nap, but I was up all day. And I think I'm going to be up all night. And I think I'm going to try really hard to be up all day. And it's a good thing, I guess. At least I don't have to worry about work right now. So I don't have to worry about getting things done while feeling like this, like a freaking zombie. But I do have to worry about applying for jobs, which is very difficult to do when you feel like a zombie. So I need energy, man. I need to be able to sleep, and I need energy so that I can fucking search for a job and move on with my life and, live a normal life. Which right now, I'm the menopausal insomniac. I don't know what I'll be next week. Right, dog? So anyway, that's where we are. I'm gonna get up. I'm going to go back to watching some more TV and figure out what else I can do to help myself be able to sleep at night. I've thought about having alcohol, wine. I don't handle alcohol very well. It makes me feel terrible. And I also don't want to start a habit that is going to backfire later on. So how do I get to sleep? And yes, I've tried sleeping pills, and I have taken sleeping pills at night and still not been able to sleep at all. It worked one day, didn't work the next. The very first time I ever tried it, strangest dreams ever. I need something else. And I have a list of ideas, I just haven't implemented any of them. Why? See previous comment about ADHD. Okay, until next time. Peace out.